Hi everyone, welcome to Veronika Hug. Today we're doing a loop scarf. This is going to be a super fast project because we're using a 10mm hook and we will need just 50 stitches total. So for this project I used the Olympia yarn, that's the name of it. It's actually Lana Rosa and this is 100 meters per 100 grams. So that's the one spool, and for the scarf we will use a total of 2. As I said, the needle or hook size is 10mm. So with this project I have 50 stitches, and then at the end just one closing round out of half treble crochets. So that's the start actually, then go the cluster stitches that I'm going to show you today, and then the half trebles to end with. So let's get started. I'll show you the same method on an arm warmer. So let's start with 14 chains. One, and 10. Make sure you're loose with the chains. There we go, 14. So for the loop I did 50 chains, otherwise we're doing the exact same steps. So close up with a slip stitch into a ring shape, and then do an extra chain for the height. Now we will do a half treble into each chain that we have. So yarn over, then through the chain, and yarn through all 3 loops that you have on your hook. As I'm working each chain the same way, I'm also taking my beginning thread with me so that I don't have to leave it in later. So full trebles we will do with the yarn over, and then through 2 and 2 loops. The half trebles that we have this time we do directly through all 3. Here is our round, so let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and now we can close with a slip stitch through the first treble. Now 2 chains for the height, and into the first spot we do 3 trebles done together. So I'll do that with you. Yarn over, through to get 3 loops on our hook, then go through 2 of them. Then again, yarn over and through, and one more time through 2 loops again. So we have 3 loops on the hook, and then we do this the 3rd time. Okay, now here we have 3 trebles, and now we're doing them at once, and this is called a cluster treble, or cluster stitch, sorry. Then we do 1 chain, we skip 1 on the bottom, so 1 half treble we skip, and then we do again the 3 trebles together. Number 3, there we go. Again a chain and skip a half treble crochet, and then again we do the 3 together. And again a chain. Remember to skip each time. Again, skip one with a chain and then just keep going. Also, if you're using the same yarn, you're gonna notice that it doesn't have the same thickness throughout the whole spool, but I think with this project that actually makes a great effect in the end. So these 3 we do together, and as I said, we call that a cluster stitch. Close again with a slip stitch through the first cluster. Now I go into the next spot and I go through with the hook and take the yarn with me. And then we start row 2. So 2 chains for the height, and then again into each spot we see we do 3 trebles done together, or 1 cluster stitch. Again, we will always do a chain in between each of the clusters. Into every spot in between the existing clusters, you do a new cluster on top. And this is pretty much all there is to it. Now you can just keep going till you get the size or the length that you like. I'll show you the round ending one more time. Okay, here I am. Again, a slip stitch into the first cluster stitch. Second round done, and now we can go with a slip stitch into the next spot and then 2 chains for the height, and the whole thing starts over. 1 cluster stitch and 1 chain. And now we will finish this until we get our desired length. So here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds. The scarf has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rounds, plus the first round with the half trebles, so a total of 10 rounds. And now comes the ending round. The ending round goes like this. So I closed up the last cluster round and the slip stitch into the first cluster of this round is here already. So now we're going to do an extra chain into the first cluster. We're going to do a half treble. After that, we do a half treble around the first chain, and then we just keep going the same way. So one cluster and one chain each get a half treble. And we keep going this way till we have our final round done. Again, finish with a slip stitch and then you can shorten the yarn, pull through. I like to pull it to the inside to hide it, and then we are done with our arm warmer or your loop scarf if you did that. So this is just a little example in order to save time and show you the method. So for both arm warmers, you are going to need 1 spool, and for the loop scarf about 2 spools, maybe a little bit less. So have fun with it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!